Those of you who came from traditional churches, how many of you know what Sunday it is?
Transfiguration Sunday.
What?
Transfiguration.
Right, it's Transfiguration Sunday. And for years upon years upon years, I've usually had, as our scripture reading, the story of the Transfiguration of Jesus, where he goes up on a mountain with two of his disciples, and they see him dazzling, bright lights, and they have an image of Moses and Elijah. And Peter in particular gets all excited, and he says, well, should I make an abode for the three of you? And Jesus just basically says, forget it. And then you don't see Moses and Elijah anymore, but he's all dazzling, and they're like, they didn't know what to do, what to think. What is this all about? And so that's our story of the Transfiguration. And I thought, well, gee, why don't we do something different this Sunday? We have other Transfiguration stories in the Bible of people in the presence of God, dazzling with bright lights, and people wondering, wow, what's going on here? And so I thought we would read the story about Moses today. It's also in the lectionary, and so I just wanted to be different. But what I really wanted to say is that so often when you read the Bible, you always think, oh, those Bible people, they were all full of God stuff, and we today are all full of problems and challenges, and we never have this kind of an experience. And what I want you to do on this holy day is to think about those times in your life where you were glowing, you were really thrilled about something, you had something really wonderful to express. You've often heard that pregnant women glow. So that's if they want to be pregnant. And if you want to be a mom, it's a very exciting experience. And I wanted to share with you a story about a woman who worked with my mother. She was 43 years old and had had 6 miscarriages. She had gotten married at the age of 22 and could never carry them beyond 4 months. They would automatically just slough off, and she was so sad. So here she was, many years had gone by since the last pregnancy, and she wasn't even thinking about it. And at age 43, she found herself pregnant again. And she thought, oh, here we go again. I'm going to lose another baby. But this time was different. A friend of hers had heard something on the news about an obstetrician who specialized in very difficult pregnancies and helped a lot of women who could not carry them very long. And so he wasn't really that far away. So she changed doctors, and she went to this obstetrician, and he did all kinds of tests and found out there was a hormonal problem that was causing her to have what they call a sporadic abortion. And so when the critical time came, he injected her with some kind of hormones or something, and she made it now to 7 months. She had never gone that long before. So they figured at 7 months they would have a party for her. So she had a wonderful shower at 7 months, and she carried the baby to the full 9 months and had this gorgeous baby girl. Talking about somebody who was glowing, this was a very happy person, because this child was a very wanted child. And so if any of you have ever wanted a child, whether you're male or female, and had that experience, did you glow? Were you excited? Was it something really wonderful? Something that you will never forget as long as you live? There are other instances in our lives when we glow. Think about them. Have you ever really wanted a particular job, and then there were a lot of applicants, but you were the chosen one? Wow, how exciting. Did you glow? Was this an experience that you'll always remember? At my school where I teach, Sierra Vista High School, 3 years ago we had a girl, came from a very poor family, but was an outstanding student and had over a 4.0 grade average, because she took AP, you know, advanced placement classes. And she just worked so hard. It meant so much to her to get ahead, and she wanted to go to school. So she applied even at a community college. She applied at one of the UC schools, and just for the heck of it, she applied to Stanford. That was her school of choice, but hey, she knew she wouldn't have to pay tuition because at Stanford, if your family makes less than $125,000 a year, that's most people in this country, right? Your tuition is free. But that certainly doesn't take care of books and your room and board, which can really be expensive. Well, she thought, what the heck? So she did apply to Stanford and got notified that not only was she accepted at Stanford, but she got the Gates Scholarship, which covers everything, books, room and board, expenses, and it will even take you to a higher degree, all expenses paid. And this is especially for people whose parents had never gone to college, where she got the scholarship, and she got accepted. Wow, when she found out, I saw someone really glowing, really excited because that happened. Did anyone ever give you a gift that you didn't expect? Something really neat? And it just totally just blew your mind that you received it? And you were like, whoa, this is exactly what I wanted. How did you know? Were you glowing? Was it something really nice? I think sometimes we forget our own life experiences when we also have a chance to glow. It could be the love of your life. There is a teacher, that wasn't a teacher I should say, at my high school who was a fabulous teacher. And he worked very hard, and in fact, one year he was on the state list of one of the best teachers in California. Wonderful. But he was very lonely. And anyway, he was gay, and probably a little particular, and somebody came riding on his white horse, so to speak, and came to town on some kind of a business conference. They fell in love, and then he left our school and he went to Montana. But talking about glowing, I thought, why does he look so happy all of a sudden? Because before it was like, you know, I teach my class, I do my job, and all of a sudden he was bouncing, you know, his feet were light up, and he was all happy and glowing. Then I found out the reason. So it can be a love of your life that will make you glow, right? Please, look to your life and think of those wonderful moments. And now look forward and realize that your life isn't over and there are many more moments that you can experience. And that God is there and you will be shining in the presence of God. Amen.
Amen.
This